Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? I'm Enrique, and this is Easy Things to Draw. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Today we're going to go over how to draw a vampire. Pretty simple. Vampires are pretty much just people, right? And I'm actually just going to go over the head on this. So I will kind of talk about how to break down a head and things like that. We're going to go over the more human-esque vampire. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to be using this mechanical pencil. Hopefully it appears well enough on camera. I'm going to do two views real fast. I'm going to go over the 3/4 view. So, start with a circle. Pull down the center line. Kind of taking from the edges of those circles. Pulling down to that line for the chin. The neck. It's going to be a male one, male vampire. A little bit bigger of a neck. I'm going to pull a line across to kind of see where I want the eye line, where I want the brow. Then between the brow and the chin, I'm going to put a center point there. That'd be below the nose. And then above here would be the hairline. And not so much the hairline, but where the forehead actually changes plane into the top of the head. That's kind of what we're indicating there. Hairline would be different, right? If he's bald, there will be no hairline. Let me see if all this is visible on camera. Yeah, it's pretty visible. All right, cool. I want to make sure you guys can see. So now we're going to go in and I'm going to kind of create just a vague shape. And if you saw my last video, I did talk about shapes that you make as shortcuts, and kind of everybody has their shape, but a lot of them are very similar, right? Because first of all, the eye cavity here, I'm kind of indicating that with this, just kind of where the eyeball is going to be in there in the eye socket. So this kind of shape I make, this kind of like, I don't know how to say it, this, it's kind of like a turned rectangle, or I'm sorry, turned square. That thing is, kind of what I'm using to indicate the eye socket for the most part. Keeping the forehead over here, pulling down here, trying to figure out where the nose is going to be. It's going to be in 3/4, so I'm just kind of trying to decide where I want my nose. The nose is full of cartilage, so that a lot of it can hang lower than as really close to the lip, or it could be upturned. Tend to be the kind of ideal female type would be an upturned nose. It's not always like that, but that tends to be like Disney movies, and it kind of just looks prettier to the eye, at least within drawings. And the guy nose would be just kind of a typical. I just kind of put not too big, not too small, kind of medium-sized nose here. Ball of the nose. Pulling back over here into the nostril. Pulling up. Now I'm going to look into the mouth. I'm going to have a slight open mouth because I want those fangs to show. Thinking about the lips. Bottom of the lip here. Actually, it's the top of the bottom lip I'm doing. And I'm going to draw the canines. The canines is the biggest indicator that someone's a vampire. I mean, I know there are monstrous type vampires. Like if you look at I know Underworld, they're mostly human, but every now and then you have like the king vampire, and it's like completely like a straight up demon monster. We're not gonna be doing that. Maybe we will do that later. I might want to go through all the kind of like monster family, let's say. I don't know. Pulling the cheek out a little bit, the cheekbone. Trying to find the cheekbone on this side. Up here in the brow. Since he's male, I want it to be brow. I want it to have kind of a semi-big brow, not too big. hairline over here, finding the actual, the actual hairline. Trying to figure out where I want that to go. I want it to kind of pull around the side of the forehead here, where the temple is. Pulling down, give him a slight sideburn. Chop here. I want to find the back of the jaw. That's going to be the back of the jaw over here. The top of the ear is going to be pretty leveled with... it's going to be pretty level to the... So like the top of the ear tends to touch at the top of the brow, and then the bottom of the ear is very near the the bottom of the nose. So that's just kind of a general rule. You can change that up as you want. Going in, filling out that chin, kind of deciding if I want it to have a wide chin or not. I'll give him a slightly wide chin, not too wide. Pulling the neck in a little bit. Now that I'm looking at the whole thing, he needs a little bit more of the back of the head, so I'm pulling the neck in a little. So now we got this basic framework. What I'm going to do is pull down here, pit of the neck. So now we got to go into this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start erasing some of the lines I kind of started with. Kind of the underlying base lines that I used as a framework. I'm going to go with the eyes. The eyes are really important, so I want to make sure to nail those down. Gonna make them a little bit beady. Gonna go in, go to the far side, eyebrow. Gonna kind of connect right into the nose over here since he's turned a little bit to the left there. Now I'm going to take care of this other eyebrow. Finding the design language is kind of up to you as well. Proportions to what kind of face you want. Do you want like a bigger eyes on people? Do you want smaller eyes? Smaller eyes tends to look a little bit less, I don't know how to say it, less cute, let's say? I don't know how to say it. Bigger eyes tend to look cute. Bigger eyes tend to look somewhat more feminine. It depends. These are just general rules, but every rule can be broken. And they're not really rules, right? These are general principles, and they can be broken easily. But you know, find the kind of like general. I would find your general face that you want and that you have in your visual library, and then you can kind of play off that. You make them a little angry, because you know he's a vampire. Vampires are angry. Gonna connect the eyebrow a little bit to the eye. I think it just looks good. Nose. Gotta erase the construction lines around the mouth as well. They're kind of getting in the way. It's my dog. My dog is making noises. Going over here with the lips. If you want to see a breakdown of every single feature, I've done that, I believe, on a few occasions. If you guys, I'll go back and check that out. If you want to see more, I'll let you know. Pulling in here, other fang. Lower lip. Indication of the gum line on top here. Now let's let's go into the ear first. Going into the ear. Down the outer rim of the ear. Think of it like a Y shoved into a question mark. Pulling the jaw in. Not really pulling it in, I'm actually, sorry, kind of wrangling it up here. A little bit of a shadow pattern below that. Going in here to the Adam's apple, the neck. Pulling smaller strands, you know, kind of thinking of where they'll connect to the side of the head. Pull line there for the temple. Giving him like the slick back hair that I used to see on Bela Lugosi's Dracula, where he just had the slick back hair. I'm gonna throw a little bit of shadow underneath because his chin is gonna cast a shadow onto his neck. Put a little line here for his throat. You could put a cheek line as well for the side of his face here, for the zygomatic arch. Throw a line there. And maybe a little bit of bag under the eye, like a line here. Not really a bag, but kind of that area under the eye. Throw a line to give it more dimension. A couple of lines furrowing his brow. Furrowing his brow also age him a little bit, which I think for this one I want to age him a little bit. He looks too little too I don't know, look too young. I'd rather have him look a little bit like he's in his 30s, not his teens or something, or his whatever 20s. And I might actually throw a light layer through his hair here. Just kind of flat layer. Go into the bottom teeth over here. Pulling up. Okay, so that's one head. We're gonna actually do the side view as well. Okay, let's do the side view. Maybe the mouth open, kind of like a yelling or biting motion. Circle. Pulling down for the side of the face. Jaw. Back of the neck. Starts at the base of the skull. Going in here, finding the eye. Halfway, finding the nose. Well, not so much halfway. It's a little bit different this time. I'm going to put the nose a little bit up. The reason for that is I'm going to make the mouth a little bit open. So I'm going to kind of find that top of the lip, bottom of the lip. Brow. I'm gonna pull the brow out. Nose right here, the nose shape, I'm finding it. Finding that same eye shape. It's kind of like a turned over, kind of a warped square. Getting that line, pulling it down to the edge of the nose, finding the edge of the nose here, where I want that to be placed. What you're doing in the beginning is you're finding placements everywhere. And you're doing that to, kind of go in passionately into a certain area. You're going in with your style or whatever it is that you have, whatever it is that your particular drawing style. But you want to let me fix it over there. But you want to go in there kind of confidently. The only way to do that is to kind of create these frameworks first. I see people do this their whole career, and it's fine. You're the one putting it up, so I mean, finding the mouth open. Let me see. I think one thing I want to do is I want to make him angry a little bit, like, argh. So I'm gonna maybe pull. It kind of gets a scrunching right between the nose area, the nostril, and the. You're gonna have this kind of scrunching of the top of the mouth and the nose. So I want that to pull up, like, argh. Fang. Chin. Bottom of the lip, chin. Kind of have to pull that chin down a little bit. Pulling the back of the jaw a little bit in. And there are some, I believe the bottom, there's some sharp teeth in the bottom as well. Filling in this part. Kind of jumping ahead on the mouth there, but let's go over here and find that hairline. Doesn't have to be the same model, like on par model with that, but we're gonna do that anyway. Find the hair. It's gonna pull in a bit. It's gonna pull down to that sideburn, or pretty much non-sideburn. Looking for that ear. Ear angles back a little bit in profile like that. I'm gonna erase that a little bit just to get that hair in. It's gonna be a layer over that. Okay, let's go in, find the eye. Pulling the eyebrow here. Pulling it down a little bit, give him that angry look. Eye is facing completely that way. It's not like an Egyptian eye where it's facing forward all the time. You ever see that in hieroglyphics? Below his eye there. Make a pointier nose. Just kind of trying to make it match that one as much as I can. A little bit of shadow underneath the nose. Doesn't look like the same guy, I think, but I'm trying to make it as close as I can. Pulling these little hairs out where they go into his hairline. Go into the ear. That same Y shape I talked about. It's like a Y shoved in a question mark. That's like the simplified shape. Back of the jaw here. Some skin connecting the bottom of the front jaw. Pulling down. Adam's apple. Down to the neck here. Shadow pattern from the bottom of the neck. Hair. I might even do the same thing I did over there, just throw in some lines, just flat, just to kind of show that the hair has a value in it. I'm going to erase the construction lines I started out with. So you can either do this approach, or you can do the not tracing paper. The you know, you throw a piece of construction paper, if you've seen any of my other tutorials, I'll do the construction, then throw like really dark, throw just another sheet of computer paper over that, and then draw on that. You can do that, or you can do this. You know, you can erase along. I'm fine either way. I personally like the other way better, where you do the construction really dark and then go over with a detailed layer. But this way is fine too. This way works as well. I'm just not a fan of erasing, honestly. It bothers me. I think I got used to using pen too much, where I don't erase. Go into his face a little bit more. Oh yeah, I want to give him a cheekbone. Like I said, I try to make him seem like the same guy, but it's really there's differences, I think, in the eye shape and stuff. But let's give him that zygomatic arch. Put that line there for that. Anyways, I hope that was okay, and I hope you learned something from that. Please hit that like button, and if you guys have any other requests, let me know. I'll probably do like a full like vampire dude body at some point. You know, anything like that. Just give me some suggestions in the comments, and I'm gonna try to break down, maybe some other things. Thanks a lot, guys. I will talk to you next time, and see you soon. Also, don't forget to press that subscribe button and click that bell icon when the subscribe button comes on. Thanks a lot.